what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Gamecocks will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's open. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Oklahoma's offense will go to work first. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
This quarterback was licking his chops coming into this game. He told us this week he felt like there were some matchups that he could take advantage of against this defense, and he wasted no time. Opening drive of the game, finds the matchup he likes, and that was an absolute dime.
They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on first down. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Works the middle. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play, guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do, throwing the ball in one-on-one.
Lost yardage leaves him looking at 2nd and 14. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We've got to rattle him. We've got to hit him early. How about this? First drive, 2 sacks already. So far, mission accomplished.
Makes the grab. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
The Gamecocks offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability. Catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Backed up now, here's second and long. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On third down, he drops to throw. It's complete. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Just keeps slinging it. Finds his tight end. At the 45 on his way. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. The Sooners are flying down the field. They'll try the run. Runs through a tackle.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the tailback. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than they did here, but it was still a positive game.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Trying to punch it in. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he missed it. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Gamecocks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires on the move. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catch is made at the 15. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams Bryce alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Sooners line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first 2 times they had it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Zings it complete to the right, and they're able to make the tackle.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. And the returner goes down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster. Gonna let it fly. Makes the grab on the big throw. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The pull and throw off the RPO. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. He's got his man. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. And the Sooners have this offense rolling. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The play-action fake. Finds his big tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Got like that big, reliable security. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Touchdown Sooners! Fired in from the red zone for the score. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. From the gun. Fires to the wideout. Rolls it in. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're dealing with a second and long. The give on the inside. Takes it past the marker. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. Wants to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. Tackled there by the defense.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking downfield very late in the half. He's got his man across the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Brewer. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Trying to turn the corner on the right. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Blasted as he lets it go. Working the middle. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there.
False start of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. There's a heat. Got a little space. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the 1st down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Next, going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Fielded in the end zone. It's open. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Dances away to buy time. He'll pull it down and turning it on. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Finds a man on the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? They thought they had the lead, and the flag breaks their heart, and now they'll have to try it again. And the Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Got his man in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Now the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. Breaks into the open. Well, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Going right to work up top. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's stuck. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And I like that a lot by this defense. Like, understanding this guy's a threat. He's already shown you he will take off and run the football. Treating him like a running back. Play and pass, but understanding that can happen.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The kick is on its way. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down will open up the final period. On the RPO, complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screen play. How does that happen?
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They want to run this quarterback. Creates a little room. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Sooners, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll give it to the back. Pass to sticks him still on his feet. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Reads it, fires complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Gonna take a shot. Grabs it inside the 10. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. The give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Grab near the marker. It's Stark. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Wide open downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And this has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building. You get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 5th kick of the night. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. He'll do it himself. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
Cut your losses.
right, absolutely slide. Don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. There he goes. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Sooners will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll pull it down. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. Using his feet to buy time. With the catch, it's Williams. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's going to run it. He's got it down the left. He'll work his way down to the 28. They'll rush to the line. Clock stop for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He wants to throw it again. A strike downfield. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let them get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack. Don't get a negative play. But if I can be aggressive, Palmer, I'm still trying to go to the end zone to get the immediate dub.
And take as much pressure off of your kicker as you possibly can. You just got to wonder what he's thinking right now. Lots of pressure on him.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Slings it downfield. Complete to the right. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll go to the air. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, no big surprise here in the 4th quarter. The defense expecting pass, and that's why they've got extra DBs on the field. It's almost like a prevent look. Everybody back there staring at the QB. Going to be hard to throw into that. Obviously, the ball falls incomplete.
Pocket breaking down. And he can't find anyone open, and down. Goes a sack here late in the 4th.